I say let's again.
We're back into East Clayton Community Park tonight with an exhibition against Wake Forest. A good change of pace after the Clovers have been hot in season play right now. 5 straight wins. Will, what do you make of that?
Well, that was the goal coming out of the All-Star break for a lot of the entire team. And you've seen all three phases of the Clovers gel together at the right time. And that's been how we put together this winning streak.
I think that is so right. It is so important to really get hot at the right time. We've seen different teams across the league get hot at different times throughout the season. Clovers seem to be right around the right time. They'll just have to keep it up as we get towards playoff time. As you can see, it is Hawaiian shirt night here at East Clayton Community Park. And throughout the night, we'll be giving you some of our favorites throughout. For the starting pitcher for the Clovers, Lincoln Eiler makes his return. Last starting pitching outing coming against the Air Force, another exhibition. I gotta say, from our angle, it looks a little more camo, still Hawaiian shirt style, but it suits him.
It's like beach camo. It's really interesting.
I'd say it suits him. It brings the right energy to the mound for a Hawaiian shirt if there really was one. And it's a very interesting contrast to Wake Forest's traditional baseball jerseys.
Yeah, this is a type of exhibition, especially with this event, where guys can get really loose because it's a very relaxed atmosphere.
It certainly is. And speaking of guys getting loose, we'll be seeing the lineup take just a little bit of a shift from the normal, as we've seen a lot of these exhibitions. Get a few extra batters in there for some time. We'll get to those Clovers batters when the time comes. First, for Wake Forest, it's going to be Jason Arndt. For your Clovers across the field, we'll see Mike Snyder back at first, Davey Morgan at second, JoJo Allen at third. So pretty much the exact same as yesterday, just the return of Davey Morgan today. Then from the outfield, it's going to be Isaiah Thomas out in left, Jack Stark in center, and Zach Lyon in right field. Zach Zoltolski back in the sixth. We'll see Luke Bowen behind the mound catching. Jackson Dunlap and Garrett Moffitt are extra and designated hitter respectively. So a 2-1 count here for Arndt. That one hit towards third base. That is fair. Out in the left field. Arndt's coming around second. He'll take a pause, though, as the ball is put back into play. So a leadoff double for Jason Arndt.
Leadoff double for Arndt.
It'll be interesting to see throughout the day. Clovers certainly been on a hot streak. Clovers don't want to put themselves into a slump, but I'm curious if we'll see a lessened intensity overall, just to take a bit of a rest before they go to Fayetteville 2 days from now, play a doubleheader.
Yes, we've seen in these exhibitions that the coaching staff doesn't seem to put too much into getting the win, just getting some guys in there, getting them some experience. So the result of this game, obviously, not the highest emphasis for the team, but you want to keep the momentum going, as we said.
Certainly want to keep momentum going. You want to keep players loose. Obviously, the players still want to have as good of a performance as they can. Baseball, after all, just as much of a mental game as it is a physical game.
90% mental. The other half is physical.
So a 1-1 count now for Evan Harding, center fielder for Wake Forest. Also a fan of Luke Bowen's sleeveless Hawaiian shirt there behind home plate.
Mm-hmm.
Gives him a very good rugged characteristic here. That one popped up high between first and second base. Davey Morgan underneath it. Makes the grab, good for out number one. So 2 up, 1 down, 1 in scoring position here for the Clovers defense. It's going to be Anthony Mitt
Designated hitter number 6, Anthony Mitta.
up next. We've seen a lot of these Clovers home games runs really being a commodity. Curious if that will be a similar story here or if we'll see the bats kind of unwind a bit.
It depends how long they let each pitcher go. We could see quite a number of them.
Today also being a 7-inning game, it's going to inherently change the pace of it no matter what happens. You're not going to see a 9-inning game play out like a 7-inning game, just stopping 2 innings early.
I
See a 7-inning game.
I think things got so crazy last time in exhibition where Mike Snyder took the mound.
It was definitely a bizarre time, and you start getting into games like that, and the 7-inning games start approaching the same time as a 9-inning game. Clovers will be back at home at Wednesday after today for another league game, 7 p.m. It's going to be against the Eastern Division first placers right now, the Brunswick Surf and Turfs.
That'll be another big game for the Clovers. Continue that playoff push.
Certainly will. Now a 2-2 count here for Anthony Mitta, the designated hitter. And that's in there for a looking strike 3. Lincoln Eiler picks up his first strikeout of the day, make it 2 outs on the inning.
Brings up the catcher now from Westchester, Pennsylvania, by way of Campbell.
So far, a pretty good way to bounce back after giving up a leadoff double.
Definitely.
So 6 more league games remaining for the Clovers. That one's hit off foul. 2 more at home, 4 on the road. Clovers now 2 games ahead of the River City Skippers. River City Skippers, Kinston Wingman, excuse me, for that second playoff spot in the Eastern Division. Not quite theirs yet for the taking. Still got to win just a few more games to lock in that playoff spot. But the Clovers controlling their own destiny here.
The Clovers had the inside track, which is where you want to be in this situation. You don't want to be playing from behind like they were a few games ago.
Well, we even talked a few games ago about how the Clovers had to win games, but ultimately their fate was kind of up to the Wingmen. The Wingmen had to lose a few games, as that one's going to hit them. So runners at first and second now. Still 2 outs on the board.
Now from Lake Forest, North Carolina, by way of Gulf Coast State College, from Uriel University. That's your junior, number 11, Alex Impasanato.
Impasanato. Trying to read my own handwriting there, and it was not going well. So 2 outs on the board here for Lincoln Eiler. A strikeout, a double, a hit by pitch. Aiming to close up this inning. Starts with a strike. Worth noting, too, in the last 10 games for the Clovers, both league and non-league games, 7-3. A very different record overall. When you put that in perspective to the 14-12 league record, it's like a whole different team coming out of this All-Star break.
It really has looked that way.
It's now a 1-1 count here for Impossibito. And he'll try and check on second. It'll get past Davey Morgan. Nobody advances, though. was a slick way to go over there and check on second, just slightly off target.
Just off the top of Davey Morgan's glove. It got past him.
That's a good block there. Keeps things on the rails for the Clovers infield. 2-1 count here. That one just a bit upstairs. 3-1 count now. So, correct me if my math is wrong. I believe the Fayetteville Shoots are statistically eliminated from playoff contention. 7 games back from the Clovers.
Yes, that's eliminated at this point.
Eiler brings it up to a full count now. River City Skippers not out of it, but certainly would take a swing of fate to see them come in. Currently 9 games back from first, 3.5 back from the Clovers. Is that one? Eiler's racing after it. He'll jump on it. Unable to make the play, though, so an infield single will load the bases for Imposacito.
Brings up now the extra hitter from Wick Forest.
It's going to be Hogan Stallings now.
Lenore Ryan. Richard sophomore, number 33, Hogan Stallings.
Now, of all the Hawaiian shirts out there, JoJo Allen certainly was the most vibrant over at third base.
JoJo Allen has a really good Hawaiian shirt on tonight. Almost the same color. The base color is the same as the Fungo's navy blue.
Which he wouldn't tell us where he got the shirt from. Walked into the stadium today, said he couldn't find a Hawaiian shirt anywhere, appeared 5 minutes later with one. Told us he will not reveal all of his secrets. Luke Bowen will race to that one. No one advances. Good awareness on the catcher and on Lincoln Eiler's part to race over to home. That one hit out over towards Zach Lyon. He makes the grab. Out number 3, Clovers escape from bases loaded without putting a run on the board. Still tied 0-0. Clovers up next to bat. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Clayton Clovers baseball. a warm, muggy day here at East Clayton Community Park. It's going to be Garrett Moffitt leading things off here for the Clovers. He'll be followed up by Davey Morgan, Mike Snyder, Joe Allen, Jackson Dunlap, Isaiah Thomas, Zach Ryan, Zach Zoltolski, Luke Bowen, and then Jack Stark. So we see the return of Isaiah Thomas to the lineup, but not in his typical leadoff spot. He'll be batting sixth today. As Garrett Moffitt swings at the first pitch there, sends it right down center field. He's got a single.
That brings to the plate. Your second baseman, he's a battling pitcher from NC Westside from North Carolina.
Very good start for the Clovers, hitting-wise, by getting that leadoff single.
There's one thing the Clovers definitely don't want to compromise on through this exhibition game. It's their hitting. They're a whole new team when it comes to hitting recently, and don't want to do anything to change that. And that one hit over towards second base. Looked like it was caught right at the dirt. So 2 pitches, 1 out, 1 on first base.
Your first baseman from Fort Greene, Indiana.
And it's going to be Mike Snyder now, Will.
Senior and the big man, number 5, Mike Snyder.
With a plan. Not the long-term plan, that being not
No, of course not.
Not Zach Lyon.
Zach Lyon has a plan.
Zach Lyon has the plan.
And that one hit out towards center field. Heading back towards the wall, but caught by the center fielder. So 3 pitches and 2 outs. Clover's wasting no time here swinging the bat.
When I say the plan, Mike Snyder was the guy who would have said the plan was for the Clovers. Their goal coming out of the All-Star break was to win out.
If you want to see what that plan was, you can always go to the Clayton Clovers Instagram page, where one of our owners and general managers, Caleb Sharp, interviewed the big man in the park. I was going to say big man on campus, and I realized we're not exactly on a campus. So JoJo Allen will be the first not to swing at a pitch. He takes ball 1. Still has Garrett Moffitt over on first. 2 outs on the board. Another down low, 2-0.
It's like I'm looking at a coral reef when I look at JoJo Allen's shirt.
Good way of putting it. That one down low. Gets past the catcher. Garrett Moffitt now advances to second. Puts a runner in scoring position. And with 2 outs on the board, opens up the opportunity for the Clovers to reinvigorate their 2-out offense. Now, I will say, ever since the All-Star break, we have not seen as much of the 2-out offense. Perhaps the Clovers not wanting to have to put their backs against the wall as JoJo Allen draws the walk. So now runners on first and second for the Clovers. 2 outs on the board, and it's going to be Jackson Dunlap.
Jackson Dunlap, he also has a great shot. His is more of a shallow water.
It's similar to JoJo Allen's in a lot of ways, but more of a light.
That's what the shallow Caribbean waters look like sometimes.
Not JoJo Allen's, but Jackson Dunlap's. That looks like a Hawaiian shirt he actually wears.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of these players have definitely dug up a Hawaiian shirt from deep in their closet or parents' closet. I think a lot of them went to Walmart, Dollar General, bought a shirt, cut sleeves in it as soon as they got here.
That doesn't do the guy justice.
And Dunlap hits that one out into right field. It'll be caught. So the Clovers will stray to base in the first inning. We're through 1 in this 7-inning exhibition. Don't go anywhere. You were watching Clayton Clovers baseball. Day is done for Lincoln Eiler. He gets by with no runs and a strikeout. It's now Jaron Woodcock for the Clovers. His first pitch comes in as ball one.
And that makes me wonder if some of these guys are being limited so that they can be saved for a league game, keep the bullpen.
Well, with a doubleheader coming up, doubleheaders can be absolutely brutal on your pitching staff. You run through not only double of what you were going to in the first place, they then turn around, come home, and play again on the 19th. So it'll be definitely a tiring stretch for the Clovers. Not too shocked to see a little more of a relaxed pitching staff today. Zach Sapolsky makes that catch over at shortstop, good for out one.
That really makes me think that we're going to see someone that rather aren't used to seeing on the mound, or someone we haven't seen in a while, so that they can come back later near the end of the season.
And all I'm saying, bring back Mike Snyder. Registered 2 strikeouts in his showing. As you've said before, everybody in the Old North State League can apparently pitch. That is your theory.
Of course.
That one hit out. It's going to drop into right center field right behind Davey Morgan. Only be good for a single, so the one-out single for Jack Boyles. Now on to Lawson Wheeler for Wake Forest. Now I noticed when Zach Zoltolski made his grab, he's got a sleeveless Hawaiian shirt with what looks like the Clayton warm-up shirt underneath it. Gives it a very interesting look.
That is pretty interesting.
Huge swing and miss on the inside there. 0-1. That's in for strike 2. 0-2 count now for Lawson Wheeler. We look at some of the other playoff races going on around the league. First, we'll wait for the 0-2 here. Runner's going to take off. It's a bit low. Luke Bowen unable to make the grab, so 1-2 count now, and runner advances to second. So looking around the league, Sanford Spinners 15-9, Sandhills Bogies 15-10. Those are the top 2 in the Central Division. Behind them, the Oak City Gliders 4 games behind the Bogies. I don't want to say that division's wrapped up, but it's looking close to wrapped up.
Yeah.
As long as Sanford and Sandhills can both take care of business, they will both be in the playoffs. 2 teams pretty close to each other, geographically speaking. Just about a 15, 30-minute drive. So now it's a loaded count. Over in the Western Division. Big swing and a miss there. That's a strikeout. Lawson Wheeler down, and Woodcock gets his first K of the day, 2 for the Clovers pitching staff. So, in the Western Division, Hendersonville Honeycrisps, 20-4. Far and away the best record in the Old North State League right now. They've had 2 stretches of going 10-2. Certainly a hot team. They're going to be a tough cookie to crack when it comes to the playoffs. We'll see if somebody can do it.
Do you crack a cookie?
Sometimes. Depends on how crunchy the cookie is. But I guess it's a tough nut to crack is the phrase I was looking for. But I'll stand by what I said. Lexington Flying Pigs behind them at 15-10. Close playoff race there. Pineville Porcupines just 2 games behind them. So very similar here between the Eastern and Western. Clayton not playing the wingman any more this season. And that's hit down the center. Wake Forest coming home. It'll be in time. They'll strike first. 1-0 now. Clovers find themselves down here in the top of the second.
Top of the order now, left fielder number 3, Jason Arndt.
So now back to the top of the order for Wake Forest, Jason Arndt. Worth pointing out, too, Lexington is playing Pineville twice in the coming days. So that playoff race could be decided near the end of the season. That one's hit out into left field. That will also be a base hit. Will be a single. So now runners on first and second for Wake Forest. Still 2 outs on the board here for the Clovers.
Some exciting Old North State League baseball, though.
Absolutely, a lot to tune into. Clovers and Kinston will have a bit of a showdown as time goes on, but they're done playing each other. All Clayton's got to do is win a few more games. Both have doubleheaders coming up against the Fayetteville Shoots. Kinston will play tomorrow, Clovers the next day. Rough if you're Fayetteville. 4 games in 2 days is brutal. Rain has not been the friend of the Old North State League in the past few weeks either.
No, it hasn't. So many games that this past week got canceled or shifted, I guess, because of rain. But, that's just where we are weather-wise. In the summer, it gets really hot.
I think
Weather just
not.
gets muggy and rainy.
Especially in North Carolina, you're going to see a lot of that afternoon summer rain. Luckily, we were able to play yesterday. It was just a spot of rain. I was able to get the field in order just in time. Did have to push back 30 minutes, but was glad to get that game played.
Instead of letting him rhyme somebody and just, he takes a new step and he stows.
And that's hit out towards Zoltowski. He'll
Zoltowski with a 4.
tag on second. That's
3.
good for out number 3. Wake Forest puts up a run. They take the lead here at the top of the second. Clovers now with a chance to respond. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Clayton, Clovers baseball. It's the 6-7-8 due up here for the Clovers, and it's Isaiah Thomas having his return. He found a lot of success in that leadoff position he held for quite a few weeks. And that one fouled off. Hit the umpire. Seems to be okay. Took off his mask. We've seen that a few times the past few days. It's a battle over there in the trenches.
That's why they wear the gear, John.
Absolutely. And that one just made the basement 1-1. The more I look at these Clovers, Hawaiian shirts, white pants, some of these color combinations make it look right out of the 70s.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas, it's a weird pattern. I think it's supposed to be a floral pattern that's on his shirt, but it's hard to tell because it just looks white.
Two colors that don't contrast a whole lot. And a looking strikeout there for Isaiah Thomas with Zach Lyon up next.
Your right fielder. He's an MC Wesleyan battling Bishop from Raleigh, North Carolina. Senior right fielder number 7, Zach Lyon.
Now I'm going to say this about Zach Lyon's shirt. It fits his personality.
It does.
If you told me Zach Lyon was coming in a Hawaiian shirt, that would hit foul. Drifting just out of play. If you told me Zach Lyon was going to show up in a Hawaiian shirt today, that would have been one of the first things I thought of.
Very casual. Not many bright colors, but it still gives off that Hawaiian vibe.
Very casual, not too loud, not too flashy, but it still gets the job done, just like Zach Lyon.
I guess in a way, this game kind of doubles as a fashion show.
It does in a bit. You get to see a lot of these players' personalities come out, even if it's not their specific Hawaiian shirt, still the Hawaiian shirt they picked. So it says something about them. Lyon hits that one out towards third base. He's got it. Flips up out of his glove. No play to be made. Zach Lyon takes it over to first. It was definitely going to be a difficult play. Third baseman.
Like it's even harder when you let the ball get out of your glove like that.
Flipped up in a very cartoonish way, honestly. Now Z squared. He makes immediate contact with that one down the left-hand side. It's in a gap in. That's two straight singles now for the Clovers.
Gotta keep it going. Gotta build on the momentum of your teammates.
Your catcher. From right here in Clayton, by way of Southeastern Community College, sophomore, number 22, bringing the force, Luke Bowen.
So runners on first and second now for the Clovers. Just went out on the board, and it's going to be the catcher. Up next, Luke Bowen.
She is a woman. She was, huh? Okay. But she.
He'll make contact with that one. Third baseman fumbles with it. He's not able to make a play. Bases loaded all of a sudden for the Clovers. Two errors by the third baseman leads to disaster.
Yeah, the Clovers got out of this situation.
Steve Silva from Virginia Beach, Virginia, by way of Caston College. That's number 17, Jack Stark.
Got to see how they respond. You talked about yesterday, playoff teams capitalize on moments like this, whether offensively or defensively. Obviously, this game not counting towards a playoff, but Clayton still, they want to work on that mentality. That was a
you need this scenario baseball.
Exactly.
I go over there and she be laying.
That one just outside the zone, 1-0. A good hit gives Clayton the lead here.
But anyway, in fact, I was watching her one time. She went to get something. And next thing
That one hit out towards right field. It'll be caught. Zach Lyon takes off for home. He'll reach. Zoltowski advances over to third. So tied ball game now. 2 outs on the board. Runners on the corners. Jack Stark gets that RBI
He's left
sack
to the plate.
fly.
Designated hitter number 1.
And now we're back to the top of the order. Garrett Moffitt. He's got to run just 90 feet away that would take the lead. Now, one thing I am going to be curious about is when these players start sliding. And that one hit right over, and they make the catch. Right fielder, was ahead of that one. Ends the inning, but the Clovers do tie up the ball game. I'll finish my thought here before we go to break. Curious if we start seeing these Clovers slide, how these shirts are going to hold up.
Oh, that's a fun thing to watch, John.
So we'll keep our eyes on that. But for now, we're going to break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Clayton Clovers baseball.
Hitter number 6, Anthony.
3 innings, 3 pitchers now for the Clovers, each doing 1 inning stints. Well, I think your theory here is correct about what we're seeing overall. It's going to be Cam Dunlap now.
I want to keep the arms as fresh as possible for all the league games. And if you make the playoffs, be out for it.
Certainly do, and pitching an inning keeps all these pitchers warm, too. Could be an idea of possibly who we want to see playing in Fayetteville. So a quick 1-1 count here. Cam Dunlap's shirt matches his hat. Almost looks like it's on purpose. I would not at all be shocked either if Cam Dunlap secretly had a closet full of Hawaiian shirts and he was looking for the best one for today.
He probably does backflips on the beach in his Hawaiian shirts when he goes on vacation.
That would make sense. Good pair of khaki shorts, Hawaiian shirt. Start backflipping to that, and you're going to be the star of the beach. So 2-2 count now. Loads up the count. That one hit in the gap in center field. Lead off single now for Wake Forest.
The catcher, number
Anthony Mitta, and it's now going to be Jackson Rudello. Another part of the personality I think we can see here, how many buttons do they have buttoned on each Hawaiian shirt? Seeing different numbers all across the field.
Have you seen that from some other teams that have button-up uniforms where you have players like button all the way up, top 2 buttons are unbuttoned, or maybe even the first button unbuttoned, the rest are buttoned.
The runner is going to take off.
Strike at plate.
Will not get him, but it is a strike at the plate, 1-1. Mitta goes out, steals second now in scoring position.
He definitely is a personal style.
That's in for strike 2. We had an extensive discussion about the Lucky's jerseys, I believe it was, that had the bow tie printed on, and those who unbutton the top part. I think overall we fundamentally agreed, but had a few disagreements in the overall decision. Swing and miss there, Cam Dunlap.
Here today for out number 1. To the plate, the right
So now
fielder,
each of the
Alex
3
Casamento.
Clover pitchers have strikeouts.
And that's a testament to the depth of the Clovers have pitching.
They certainly are a talented bunch over the bullpen and have really come alive these past few games to be a big part of this Clovers team gelling overall. I mean, not only has the field been gelling for a long time, the bats started gelling together, and when you pair that with solid fundamental pitching, it's a hard team to beat. Make it a 1-2 count now. And another strikeout there. So Cam Dunlap leading the strikeout race all of a sudden. Might be a fun little competition for the bullpen if we see 7 different pitchers in these 7 innings.
Well, if you get 3 strikeouts, then all the rest of the pitchers can do is tie.
Perhaps they can split the prize, whatever it is, even if it's just bragging rights. So 4 total strikeouts for the Clovers pitching staff so far, just in the top of the 3rd inning.
So naturally I told her she gets it. I'll wrap it
Now, technically, you could get 4 strikeouts in an inning. We saw a dropped strike 3 reach base. So if you allow that to happen, you can win the game. I don't expect we'll see any Clovers who are actively trying to win the race that badly.
Owen caught that one against the net.
That was impressive. I hope it didn't hurt too bad. Great awareness on his part, though. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk for Cam Dunlap. Now runners on first and second. 2 outs on the board, both strikeouts. So 1-0 count now. That one up high, 2-0. Part of me wishes we could have had Wake Forest and Hawaiian Church as well, although that might have made it confusing for people on the live stream or in person who may not recognize the players as well as we or some of the other Clayton faithful do. And they're going to check over there at second. They are safe. It was close, though. Took a hefty lead off. Good awareness there by Luke Bowen.
I think if the throw had been a little bit quicker, they would have gotten with their replacement from the ball. Ball for them.
Martinez draws.
So now 2 straight walks for Cam Dunlap. Loads the bases, 2 outs. Manager Moore is going to come out here to have a discussion. Landry giving words of encouragement over there to Cam Dunlap, letting him know all he needs to do is get this last out. So a tie, 1-1 ball game here in the top of the third on a warm Sunday evening exhibition. Bases loaded for Wake Forest. And that's in for strike 1. So a quick 0-1 count here for Cam Dunlap. He's starting to slow his pace down a bit. I bet when the sun was still out, it was brutal out there in the outfield.
I bet it was.
Very muggy day. It's like all the leftover moisture from yesterday stuck around with no extra rain. That'll be in for strike 2. It is like a painting out there in outfield. The clouds in the background.
They're very much structured like, I guess you would say, kind of domish.
They are very domish. Definitely look like Toy Story clouds.
Yes.
Jason, every day, he would sit, stand his pants, and he wouldn't even let
That one hit foul. Everybody ready to take off. Obviously a big play here. 3-2 count, a walk, gives Wake Forest the lead. Strikeout ends the inning, sends them out with nothing. And that one up high. Wake Forest will take the lead on the walk. So bases still loaded. Here comes Landry Moore again. Signal towards the dugout, towards the bullpen. Looks like Cam Dunlap's day is done. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts for Cam Dunlap. He won't finish this third inning. Looks like Whit Random coming up next from a distance. So we'll take a short break here and get back to you shortly. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Clayton Clovers Baseball. So Whit Branham comes to the mound now for the Clovers. Noticing a lot of these pitchers with the sleeveless Hawaiian shirts, gotta imagine that helps out with the arm mobility quite a bit. So a 2-1 ball game here. Clovers find themselves down. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And that first pitch is on the inside. 1-0. I want to find the strike zone, the 1-1 count. And that one fouled off. 1-2. That one popped up and out, keeping it a 1-2 count. That one up high, evens up in a 2-2 count. But Brandon using pace as his friend here. Certainly slowing down the game too, compared to where it was before. That one popped over to center. Jack Stark underneath it. He makes the grab. Clovers get out, only letting one run go here in the third inning. So it's a 2-1 game. Clovers find themselves down. We are going to the bottom of the third. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Clayton Clovers baseball. Davey Morgan kicks off now from Clovers. Here in the bottom of the third, they find themselves down 1. They responded the last half inning. They found themselves down. Now we'll see if they can do it again. That one pops up over the catcher's glove. 1-0 count.
Come on, y'all. Everybody clap your hands.
And that one down low. 2-0 now for Morgan. Morgan, who hit a home run on the road against the Kinston Ringmen, his first of the season. Now he hits this one down the third base line. Third baseman checks it on over to first. Not in time. Davey Morgan's wheels get hit for the infield single. That's something that has definitely been one of Davey Morgan's strengths throughout the season.
Yes, and once again, it's good to get off to a good start hitting-wise with a leadoff hit.
And that one fouls off Mike Snyder. Big Mike with a pretty good shirt there. Coloration of it very nice on the eyes. Even goes well with the pants. Runner's going to take off. Davey Morgan gets there without question. 1-1 count now.
He slid into second. Like you said, he didn't need. He had it very easily, and now he's got a little bit of dirt on his Hawaiian shirt.
Looks like he also had to retuck it in a bit. But it does look like the shirt survived the first slide. Maybe we'll have a little counter to see how it does for the rest of it. Mike Snyder takes a swing and a miss there, 1-2 count. Keeping it a 1-2 count after Snyder fouls that one into the nets. That one popped back. Mike Snyder now in a battle. That one also popped over. Another fan able to grab that foul ball. So still the 1-2. And time called right before that pitch. And there it is. Mike Snyder takes a strikeout. Now on to JoJo Allen after Wake Forest picks up their first out of the third. So a 2-1 ball game here at East Clayton Community Park. Ooh, that one. Made bad contact there with the Wake Forest catcher.
That one definitely hurts the most.
Hopefully he's doing okay. Coaches come on over to check on him. Looks like we're seeing another catcher gear up.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 22, Jackson Ricky.
Actually, rather they're bringing him water.
Yeah, got hit in the private area.
So a foul ball comes back, hits Rutecki.
You just hope that he's okay. You know.
A hit like that can definitely knock the wind out of you.
Knock a lot of other things out.
Coach is taking great care of him right now as he catches. Looks like he's starting to get up here. Good to see him up on his feet. Definitely think we'll be seeing a new catcher enter the game. Hopefully Rutecki is okay, though. So we'll take a short break here as we get set back up. We'll keep you updated with all the information. 0-1 count for JoJo Allen when we return. Nine? 35 or 38?
Or maybe.
So JoJo Allen now has the 0-1 count. New catcher in the game. He'll swing at that. That's going foul and out of play. So 0-2 count now for JoJo Allen. Only one out here in the bottom of the third. New catcher is number 39, Elijah Jordan. They'll check over there at Davey Morgan at second. Runner in scoring position here for the Clovers. Big swing and miss there, and JoJo Allen will strike out. That puts 2 outs on the board here for the Clovers. It's going to be Jackson Dunlap up next, the hometown kid.
Number 42, Jackson Dunlap.
Got a chance to talk to Jackson's grandparents before the game. Very nice couple.
Some of the most faithful Clovers fans. They've been here just about every single game.
Said the only games they don't come to are Saturday nights. They go to church early enough in the morning that Saturday night baseball game cuts it close for them. Can't say I blame them. They also just celebrated their 54th wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations to them.
Absolutely. So we'll give Jackson the same treatment we gave Alex Levesque when his grandparents were around. From now on, it is Jackson Dunlap playing
Everybody clap
for his grandparents' big hit.
Come on, yeah.
Quick little timeout to get some extra baseballs to our umpire.
A lot of foul balls today. So a 1-2 count now for Jackson Dunlap. Takes that one down low, even at deuces. That one fouled off. Jackson Dunlap keeps the at-bat alive with that foul ball. Definitely was a late decision on his part to swing there. Didn't like his chances with that not swinging. Does swing at that one. A good pitch. By Wake Forest. We now go to the fourth inning. Clovers still down just one. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Clayton Clovers Baseball. Jason Jelly now leads things off for Wake Forest. They find themselves up one here in the top of the fourth of this 7-inning game. It's Whit Branham back in here. He got the last out of last inning. Seen 4 pitchers through these first 4 innings. Cam Dunlap was able to pick up 2 strikeouts. 1 apiece for the rest of them, and Whit Branham still looking for his. So a 1-2 count now for Branham. That one fouled off. Keep it 1-2 here. Jelly and Branham battling it out. That one hit right towards Whit Branham. What a grab on his end. Jogs over. Hits the play maybe a little close for comfort, but gets it done nonetheless. Excellent grab on his part.
Yes, great awareness and by Branham to get
Out of the order now for the Fungo. The left fielder,
huge
number 3,
start
Jason Arndt.
to trying to get all 3 outs and back to batting for Clovers.
We've seen that play drop by just about every pitcher it was hit towards.
That's enough to make anyone say, woo! Come on! Woo!
Now a 1-0 count. We go back to the top of the order for Wake Forest. Jason Arndt, his third time around. 1-1 count now. Whit Branham, one of the personalities in the bullpen for the Clovers. One of many, but one that stands out.
And he loves to talk to us. He got us to do another good edition of Questions with the Clovers.
Oh, he was so excited for it. That one fouled off. Now a 2-2 count here for Arndt. One of the first pitchers we've seen so far that instead of sleeveless opts for baggy. I think that would be my pitch, or my pick as a pitcher. Go for more of a baggy shirt that doesn't restrict arms. Is that just popped out into the gap. A single there for Jason Arndt.
Single from Arndt.
Made kind of weird contact, not the typical crack you hear.
It's more of a pop.
It was definitely more of a pop. Very bizarre. So on to the next batter. Runner over at first. 1 out on the board. Evan Harding now at the plate. He'll take pitch 1 for a ball. That's down low, 2-0. They check it Arndt over at first. Took a bit of a plank there before he got back up. That one popped up high. Jack Stark underneath it. Makes the grab. Now good for out number 2.
Goes out number 1. Correction, out number 2. Brings up now the designated
So Whit Branham has faced off against 3 batters so far. 4 batters so far. Gotten 2 outs, 1 hit. And had a hit. Or an out, rather, at the end of the last inning.
And with that last out, he's gotten to officially pitch an entire inning.
And that's in for strike 1. As we rotate through all these names, kind of excited to see who might be next on the great pitcher rotation of today. Seeing a lot of our favorites, but still a ton of favorites to come. Few players listed as available: Seth Bullock, Will Leonard, Shea DeFalco, Matthew Chisholm, Bennett Rich. Just a few more of those pitchers. 1-2 count now. Seth Bullock was the starter yesterday. Went a decent distance, 6 or 7 innings. Be a little surprised to see him relieve today.
I believe it was 6, and yeah, I think you only bring him in if you feel it's absolutely necessary, which I don't think Coach Moore will be that.
Will Leonard closed out the game last night. got the last out of the game and dominating fashion. Already seen Jared Woodcock, Cam Dunlap. That one hit over towards Davey Morgan. Toss over to Mike Snyder, and that wraps up the top of the fourth. So now we head to the bottom of the fourth. Clovers still find themselves down one. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Clayton Clovers baseball. Isaiah Thomas leading things off now for the Clovers. Once again, they find themselves down one to start off this fourth inning. Only a 7-inning game, so getting towards the home stretch already, even though we're just in the bottom of the fourth. And that's 2 strikes down the middle here.
When you have a close game like this, you're looking to be a playoff team. Like I said, and I'll keep saying, situational baseball. It's good to face, especially a game like this that doesn't count towards league play. It gives you good practice.
It certainly does. Now 1-2 count. Now a 2-2 count. Good battle back by Isaiah Thomas. Way to keep cool after finding himself down in the count early. Loads up the count now. Pretty much no wind throughout the park. American flag out in center field has been calm all through the day. And that one's going to get past the catcher. It's a walk for Isaiah Thomas, so he reaches first to lead off this inning. Now up to Zach Lyon.
It's pitching from the exact opposite for Wake Forest. Clisco's been in since the beginning of the game, whereas we've seen almost a different pitcher every inning for the Clovers.
2 very different strategies for sure, both working out around the same right now. Wake Forest with a slim lead. And that one hit out towards right field. They'll make the catch, but Isaiah Thomas Makes it over to second. That one had some carry to it with the wind. Might have been a different story.
Definitely was very well hit for a sack fly, but would have preferred a base hit or a home run. But you take the advance.
You absolutely take the advance. Puts a runner in scoring position now for Zach Soltowski. Just one out on the board for him.
Sent it to all the members. So we had our union strike. We had to vote on it. The union as a whole, it was 97%. And then yes, the strike. You say it was a strike.
And that's in for a strike. 1-1 count now.
Real good friend.
That one fouled straight back. Hit the bleachers right behind us.
Good awareness by the crowd. We got some guys who are definitely paying very close attention to the game and yelling heads up to everyone in the crowd. It's coming back here.
They've all been very good throughout this whole game of alerting everybody. That one of the closest to the fence foul balls we've seen so far. And they'll call that a looking strike 3. Wake Forest racking up the strikeouts as well. Certainly a very pitcher-dominated game, even though the pace is not quite represented. Now Luke Bowen up. 2 outs on the board. A lot of time here between first pitch. Luke Bowen fouls that one back immediately.
Participating in that sack race. Go ahead and make your way to the dugout.
And that's in for strike 2. A little protest. I think some people thought that went a little bit lower than the strike zone. An 0-2 count for Luke Bowen nonetheless, though. That one will foul off. Keep it at 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going. And that one hit over towards the shortstop. Here has a difficult throw to make. It's going to go past the first baseman. Isaiah Thomas is going to come home. Luke Bowen reaches second, so his initial single turns into an error. Ties up the ball game. Luke Bowen reaches second, and welcome back to the Clovers 2-out offense, Will.
Well, Luke Bowen used the force there to get a single and then turn it into a scoring error.
Sponsored by KS Bank. For more information, KSBankINC.com.
So Clovers tie up the ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. I think we're going to have an exciting one here for this 7-inning game. We're back on to Jack Stark now. Takes a hefty swing and a miss for strike 1.
Treating every game almost like a practice playoff game until you get there.
I don't want to.
And Clovers, despite having fun with the Hawaiian shirts and what else, still taking this game very seriously. They want to stay in the right mindset, right mentality as they move forward this season. It's now 2-1 count, 2 outs on the board. Runner at second in Luke Bowen. Jack Stark takes another big swing and miss, 2-2.
We got to spend that gas. You got to spend that gas. You go back and see Perk.
And they'll call that a looking strike 3. Wake Forest keeps piling up the strikeouts, not before the Clovers tie up the ball game. So we head to the 5th inning, last 3 innings of the game, and it's a tie ball game, 2-2. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Clayton Clovers Baseball. Clovers sticking with Whit Branham now on the mound once again. His second full inning of work. Has pitched an inning in the 3rd so far. And that's just outside the zone for ball 1. Branham has certainly been effective and efficient through his inning in the 3rd so far. That's in for strike 1, so 1-1 count now.
I want y'all to not engage.
I got all 3 of them things Jeff Tippett and Mr. Graham.
Making a 3-1 count now. That one fouled back. Loads up the count now, 3-2.
One interesting thing that comes up when you rotate pitchers like this is the batters don't get used to a cadence or the type of pitch that they throw, so it adds a new challenge to the batters.
It certainly does. There's a leadoff walk draw. Typically, you hear about with starting pitchers that the third time around the lineup, batters start figuring out the cadences and the patterns, the pitches they may be getting, which is why oftentimes, unless a pitcher is really just crushing it, you'll start to see him switch out after that fourth or fifth inning. Once you start making your way towards the third time, if they make it through the third time, usually when the fourth time starts, there's none of that happening here as the Clovers rotating through pitchers. Whit Branham only pitched an inning and a third so far. That makes it a 1-1 count now. That one just a bit high, 2-1. And that evens it up, 2-2 count now. And that will hit the batter. Puts runners on first and second with no outs here. Clovers in danger of putting themselves in a bit of a jam all of a sudden.
Number 33, Hogan Stallings.
I pray every night.
That's in there for strike one. Whit Branham looking to bounce back after allowing 2 straight free passes. Whit Branham's one of those that when he's on, he's on. All he's got to do is find a way to flip that switch. He finds himself up in the count now, 0-2. Hogan Stallings at the plate, the extra hitter for Wake Forest. And that one hit right over to Mike Snyder. He makes the tag over at first. A double play for the Clovers, unassisted. Mike Snyder doing it all. 2 outs all of a sudden on the board. And that jam the Clovers were looking down the barrel of, suddenly not there anymore. Runner still in scoring position over at second, but 2 outs on the board.
A very rare play, the unassisted double play. And wow, I feel like I saw a unicorn on that one, John.
Mike Snyder really caught the runner not paying attention whatsoever and was able to take advantage of that. Great awareness on his part. And now it's an 0-2 count. Whit Branham starting to wake back up after that big play. And Whit Branham wants to have a quick meeting with his catcher. Don't see that too often. Maybe Whit's got something up his sleeve he wants Luke Bowen to be ready for.
Yes, perhaps he's also thinking this batter.
And that one hit up. Whit Branham's got it. He delivers it over to first, and that'll wrap up the inning. So we go now to the bottom of the fifth. Tied ball game at 2-2. Huge unassisted double play there by Mike Snyder. Clovers up next to bat. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Clayton Clovers baseball. As we get set here for the bottom of the fifth, we'll update for you. Me and Will now out with the fans in the stands.
Yeah, pretty decent crowd here, and they're enjoying themselves watching some summer Wood Bat League baseball.
Wanted to bring the energy a little closer to you here in this exhibition matchup. Garrett Moffitt now up to bat. Going to take that first pitch for ball one. Huge swing and a miss there, making a 1-1 count now for Moffitt. Make that 1-2 for Moffitt. Clovers have been able to answer all of the go-ahead runs so far by Wake Forest. Now need to turn around and put up one for their own.
Yes, if you can take the lead here and put the pressure on Wake Forest, that would be huge, because we've seen this defense behind Branham just come alive.
As a home team, you definitely have a natural advantage if you can get ahead. Not only do you have the crowd backing behind you, just your positioning as you play throughout the inning puts a lot of pressure, as Garrett Moffitt's going to strike out there. Good for out one. Now on to the captain and David Morgan. Now, one of my favorite things about East Clayton Community Park, the dogs that we get to see. Don't know what type of dog this is down here, but certainly a very cute one. Hoping we get to say hi to it at some point. Looks like there's a bit of a timeout here. Landry Moore coming in to check on the umpire. He says he's good, just checking up on some things. And we are set to resume now.
Had a few strange and some concerning delays. Obviously, the injury to Wake Forest catcher was a big one, but not sure what that delay was for. We've also had delays for the umpire needing more baseballs. Not sure what that one was.
No, definitely not sure, but it looks like we're just about set to resume here. So set to resume now. That comes in upstairs. 1-0 count. Sometimes those delays can be taxing on both sides of the ball, not just the batter who has to find himself in the zone, but also the pitcher who has to find a way to keep warm.
Yes, but if you look at the statistics between how a batter is affected by a timeout versus how a pitcher is affected by a timeout, it really does give the advantage to the pitcher, and it's why we saw so many times in the majors mound visits, and that's why they changed the rule to give the offenses a better chance and have higher scoring.
We've even seen that as not the mound visit specifically, but slowing down the game as a common strategy when things start going down the rails a little bit. So 2-2 count here for Davey Morgan. He'll find that one low, and once again, a loaded up count. And another strikeout there, 2 in a row now for this Wake Forest pitcher.
Your first baseman, number 5, Mike.
And it's back to Mike Snyder. Snyder, who's 0 for 2 on the day. That one popped foul out behind us towards the road. Fun little piece about where we're sitting is we get to really see where these foul balls go. It's no longer just behind us.
They're a lot easier to find.
If you're joining us from yesterday, one of the foul balls that stuck in the fence just on the right-hand side, still stuck up there. Definitely a good wedge in.
Ooh.
Big swing and a miss there, makes it 0-2. Well, this Wake Forest pitcher is on fire right now.
He is. That's why he stayed in the game so long.
And that one just a bit low, makes it a 1-2 count. That one hit just foul, clips just the top corner of the fence. Was about to fly into the out of play zone. So keeping it a 1-2 count. Mike Snyder keeping this at bat alive.
This could be a really big at bat for the Clovers.
And Mike Snyder bloops that one over to the third baseman. He delivers it to the first, and that'll be 3 up, 3 down for the Clovers.
1, 2, 3 inning for the Clovers here.
Wake Forest now moves to the top of the 6th inning. Still a tie ball game, just 2 innings to go. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Clayton Clovers baseball. Welcome back in to East Clayton Community Park here.
Taking the mound for your Clayton Clovers. He's right here in Clayton from Clayton High School, number 31, Bennett Rich.
Now turning to Bennett Rich. Another point towards the sleeveless Hawaiian shirts. So Whit Branham's day is done. He goes 2 1/3 innings here in this 7-inning game.
Under there collected by JoJo Allen out at first.
Number 1.
So a quick out number 1 there for Bennett Rich. A good way to start your visit to the bump. So 1 out here in this 6th inning. Bennett Rich, who just graduated high school, has been on the team pretty much all season long. Made his debut in the season opener even. That one hit over towards Davey Morgan. Morgan collects, gives it to Mike Snyder. He was not able to make the tag. So a single there for Wake Forest.
With 1 out for the first baseman. Number 29, Jason Hill.
So the error there allows Wake Forest to reach. He's Lawson Wheeler. Now on to Jason Jelly. That one fouled up and back. So 0-2 count now. Bennett Rich gets him swinging there. Another fun thing about this season is being able to see all of the Clayton natives get to show off in front of friends, family, people they grew up around. It's a great opportunity for them.
Some homegrown players getting to give back to their community.
And he's giving back there a huge strikeout there by Bennett Rich. He puts his name up on the K board. Now 2 outs here in this top of the 6th inning. Back to the top of the order, Jason Arndt. And that's in there for strike one. Bennett Rich starting to feel himself. One count now. That one just a bit low. Bit of protest about that one. 2-1 count now.
That's a tough one. That's a call strike, John.
That one fouled off. 2-2 count. That one gets past Luke Bowen. Runner will advance over to second. Loads up the count now. 3-2.
Last call for
2 outs on the board.
Last call, get him now. Last call.
It's right here, babe.
That one down low. It'll be a 2-out walk now. Puts runners on first and second.
For the center fielder for the Fungo.
With those 2 outs, though, still not a ton of pressure on Clayton. They just got to get this last out, send them to the bottom of the 6th, have a chance to take the lead and really put the pressure on Wake Forest. And that one will get the strike zone. Clips the bottom edge of it. 0-1 count. That one down low. Luke Bowen tries to block it. Bounces off his shoulder pad. Runners advance to second and third. So now 2 runners in scoring position all of a sudden. The leading run just 90 feet away from home plate. Still 1-1 count. No reason to panic yet if you are the Clovers defense. And another one down the dirt. Luke able to block that one. Make it a 2-1 count now. And Bowen's going to request a new ball. Pretty good roll there by the ump. If he was playing bocce ball with the dugout, he would have been in contention for a point there. That one down low, 3-1 count. That one up high. That walk is going to load the bases now with 2 outs. Clovers find themselves just in a bit of a jam. All they need is that last out. But it looks like Landry Moore is going to come walking over here to Bennett Rich.
Number 6, Anthony Mita.
See the rest of the infield coming in here. They all want to get on the same page. Doesn't look like Bennett Rich's night is over quite yet. But I expect if we see another walk or run come in, that'll probably be his night. For now, Landry Moore going to give himself a chance to close this thing out.
Just got a great regroup. You've slowed the game down now. You just got to work that strike zone again.
It's now to Anthony Mita, the designated hitter for Wake Forest today. Tied 2-2 ball game here in the top of the 6th of a 7-inning stretch. Bases loaded. Out one on the inside, ball 1. He'll take a swing at that one. It's out towards center field. Nobody able to get there. It's going to fall. 1 run's going to come home. 2 runs going to come home for Wake Forest. They'll stop at 2. Wake Forest all of a sudden doubles their score on the 2-out base hit by Anthony Mita. It's a single for him. Puts runners on the corners now for Wake Forest.
Now batting the catcher, number 39, Josh Rupp.
They'll keep Bennett Rich in. Now Elijah Jordan back in to bat here. Catcher who took over.
Runner goes. Get to second.
No race on that one whatsoever. Makes it a 1-0 count. Runners on second and third now. That one bends down, but not quite inside enough. 2-0. But he'll get him to swing at that one. 2-1 count now.
Takes a look at it. Keeps on.
And that makes it a 2-2 count now. Bennett Rich looking to close this thing out. And Bennett Rich gets him looking. He'll get another strikeout of the day. That makes it 2 for Bennett Rich. Clovers now go to the bottom of the 6th, find themselves down 2. Clovers still have 2 more chances to bat with time running out here in this exhibition. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Clayton Clovers Baseball. JoJo Allen now leading things off here for the Clovers. They find themselves down 2 in the bottom of the 6th of this 7th inning exhibition. Definitely need to get the gears turning on the offensive side of things if they want to start getting back into this.
Certainly, it's getting, as you said, close to crunch time. It'd be good to start off with JoJo Allen getting on base.
He takes 2 swings, though. Clovers could still realistically make their comeback in the bottom of the 7th inning, but if you could add just a run to that, take a little bit of pressure off yourself, makes it a whole lot easier. JoJo Allen bounces that one over to third baseman. He takes a hop before he throws it down. Good for out number 1. So 1 out on the board now for the Clovers. They are down to their final 5 outs, and it's going to be Jackson Dunlap up first.
Jackson Dunlap.
And that one a good eye by Jackson Dunlap. 1-0 count.
You really need someone to be the spark, and Jackson Dunlap can be that guy.
2-0 count now. Jackson Dunlap certainly can be that guy. We've seen him be the anchor of this offense so many times before. Big swing and a miss there. Seems like these two teams are definitely treating the game a bit different as far as pitching staff goes. Wake Forest has only been on 2 pitchers so far, and 2 very good pitchers at that. Meanwhile, the Clovers on the other side of it been through, I believe, 6. Big swing and a miss there. Loads up the count. And another big swing and miss there. Wake Forest continues to pile on the strikeouts. Second out of this inning. Now back to Isaiah Thomas, who was the last Clover to touch home plate.
Number 3, Isaiah Thomas.
That one hits the insides. 1-0, or 0-1, excuse me. That one fouled back, make it 0-2 here. That one hugs the inside, similar to the first pitch, not called a strike, 1-2.
Yes, sir.
And that one hit out towards left field. A huge hit there by Isaiah Thomas. He slides into second. 2-out double there for the Clovers.
There's a spark. Isaiah Thomas. It's what you need. Now the Clovers have to build off of that and try and get
Bring up your right
game
fielder.
time
Number 7,
or take
Zach
away.
Ryan.
So now Zach Lyon steps up, looking to keep things going. A good hit can slice into this lead. That first one down low, 1-0 count. Runner's going to take off. Isaiah Thomas reaches. It was a called strike at the plate, 1-1 now. But with 2 outs, now a run just 90 feet away. Zach Lyon has a big opportunity here. Big swing and a miss there. Makes it a 1-2 count. That one down the dirt. Gonna get away from the catcher. Isaiah Thomas comes home. He's gonna score. Slices into this lead, making a 4-3 ball game now. 2-2 count for Zach Lyon. 2 outs on the board. Just a 1-run game here.
And we know how big runs can be, and we've seen mounting comebacks in the last inning, because we're only playing 7th inning. And sometimes that urgency can just get everything going for an offense.
The
strikeout there.
The 1 run.
Zach Lyon does strike out looking there. So that will end this 6th inning as a whole. We go now to the final inning, the 7th inning. Clovers find themselves just down 1. Game's not over yet. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Clayton Clovers Baseball. Matthew Chisholm now takes the mound for the Clovers. That one hit right towards Chisholm. He's unable to make a play on it. Goes down the middle. Good for a leadoff single.
Yeah, it was an awkward position for Chisholm to make a play on it. He would have had to swipe up basically on his glove
I think
at the right time.
I think if he was able to make a play on it, it would have been more luck than anything else. A very difficult play to make. So runner makes it to first. Clovers find themselves down one here in the 7th inning of the 7-inning game. And that one hit out towards left field. Isaiah Thomas able to make the grab.
Isaiah Thomas. And that one down.
So Isaiah Thomas makes the grab out in left field. Puts the first out of the 7th inning on the board. 2 pitches. 2 batters make contact. That's in for strike one.
If the Clovers can get out of this half of the inning with only 1 run between the 2 teams, it's going to be an exciting finish to this game.
Certainly agree. And I mean, if you go into the bottom of the 7th, only down 1, what a huge opportunity is to make some big plays happen, to make some core memories for some of the kids here. Walk-off games like that, you don't see every day. That one down low. 2-2 count now. That one fouled back. Keeping it a 2-2 count now. And that's in there for strike 3. Out number 2 in this top of the 7th, Matthew Chisholm. What a way to bounce back.
First take, number 2. Brings up the shortstop, number 15, Jack Boyle.
This entire game has been the story of the Clovers bouncing back. They've never led.
All they need to do is lead once, though. That's in for strike 1. Another big one. Makes it an 0-2 count. And Matthew Chisholm really starting to heat up. And a big swing and a miss there. Matthew Chisholm fired up as he heads back to the dugout. Does his job, keeps it a 1-run game. Now it's time for the Clovers batters to respond. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Clayton Clovers Baseball.
To the bottom of the
Clovers find themselves with just 3 outs remaining here. They find themselves down 1 here in the bottom of the 7th of this 7-inning game. It's going to be Zach Soltoski, Z squared, leading things off for the Clovers. Will, what do the Clovers need to do to get themselves back in this one?
Obviously, you need to get the start, and Zach Soltoski can't give you that with hitting. Anything on base is going to be huge here. You only need 1 run to tie and 2 to win. So, really got to be patient. Can't get shaken up by the moment. And we'll see how it goes.
And that first one just a bit outside the zone, ball 1. That's in for strike 1. 1-1 count. Now a 2-1 count. That one thrown over. Going to be out number 1. Zoltowski hit that to the other shortstop. They deliver. Now Clovers down to 2 more outs. It's going to be the catcher, Luke Bowen, up next.
Here's your pitcher. He's double 2s. He's Luke Bowen.
Starts off with a big swing and a miss. Tension certainly high here at East Clayton Community Park. Despite it being an exhibition game, everyone wants to see the Clovers keep winning. Now an 0-2 count for Luke Bowen. And that one down in the dirt. Making a 1-2 count now for Bowen. That one just outside the zone. 2-2 count.
Your center fielder.
And Luke Bowen strikes out there, puts up the second out of this bottom of the 7th inning. Clovers now looking for their 4th leaf if they want to keep this game going. It's Jack Stark now, who the Clovers look to in their time of need. Make it a 2-0 count here for Jack Stark. That one will foul off there. 2-1 count. So a 2-1 count, 2 outs. That one, another ball, 3-1 here for Jack Stark. That one down the middle loads up the count, 3-2 here. Clovers could be down to their last strike. And a big swing and a miss there will wrap up that ball game. Wake Forest wins this one 4-3 in exhibition. Clovers turn to the road back to league play. They get a day off, then a double header on the 18th at the Fayetteville Shoots. You can tune into our Twitter account to get updates on that. Then back at home on the 19th, where they will face off against the Brunswick Surf and Turfs. That'll be a 7 o'clock game. We hope to see you there. Clovers, with this big an exhibition game, still keep intact their winning streak in league play. They still are 2 games ahead of the Kinston Wingmen for John Lewis and Will Dobson here. Clovers signing off for now. We'll see you again on the 19th.